Thinking about chess this morning and why I'm choosing Wei Yi to win as candidates. And I decided to look at some games when he was a child. And I guess he's around 11 here. 12? No, maybe he's 13. 12 or 13, something like this. 23-31. Do you remember when your rating was 23-31? I think that's pretty good for Pipsqueak. Young Pipsqueak. Okay, John Paul Gomez, I think is Filipino Grandmaster. Aeroflot B is a tough field. D2 line. Okay. Some Tarash business. What do you think of this? Do you think that you like white or black here? It looks pretty fluid. I mean, it's a big center. It's all theory. You gotta like these closed positions. Guess your bishop e7, castles and f6. I don't know. I've seen some people go nuts on the queen side to take on d4 and go knight b6 with a5, a4. Try to get that in. Like the other knight goes to a5. So one knight on. Like if you get CD, right? CD, CD. And you put the black pawn on a4 and the other knight on b6. Well, the other knight a5 and then knight c4. And if they play b3 to stop you from jumping in, then these light squares, I mean dark squares, open up a little bit. Swiss cheese. But I don't know. I feel like white should be better here somehow. Let's do a small sample here. Yeah. It's a little. Computers like space. It's a bit compact. Queen b6, a3, a5. That's generally what I do when they play a3. I've always played a5. Queen b6, h4, the modern way. Bishop e7, h5. You just go nuts. Castles, a3, a5, queen a4. Queen a4. Nah. Okay, but computer likes white. Makes sense because of the space advantage. This is all traditional. Okay, he goes for this. Okay. I don't know. Is this right? Because I think you're supposed to go for a5, a4. I mean, rook c8 can't be a bad move. Certainly not a bad move. Let's see what the computer thinks. Probably fine. Yeah. No, a5. First jumped in a5 and now g6. Just want to see if I know what I'm talking about a little bit. No, rook c8 third line. I don't know, a5 third line now. a5 second line. So g6 or a5. Rook c8 is sort of hanging out somewhere in the fourth or fifth line. Okay, let's go. Let's see what he did. Rook f2. Knight c3. g6. I wonder if there was an f5 here, because generally, like, if you can sack this pawn and get knight on f4, it can be pretty effective. I am curious if it's a thing. Let's see. I don't know. Probably not. No. Just give away a pawn. A3 seems to be the nuts. Just make sure there's no funny business against this guy. Let's just flick this in and see what happens. Well, you know what? We'll fool around with that later. Okay, so knight c3 was played, and this happened. A3. And that's why you love this pawn on a4 if you can get it with knight a5. You see the light squares start getting a little bit loose. He just did it without them. Kicked him out. This is kind of beautiful stuff. Now d5 is coming. Looks a little dangerous. Knight e4 and d5. Oh wow, look at this. So you can't really stop d5 at any moment. It's going to come anyway. So he's preparing. That's very intelligent. Oh my god. He kind of got... Wow. Now that's what we call Swiss cheese in the business. This is the Swiss cheese variation. Look at those dark squares. You don't want to play like this. You don't want to see this in your own game, believe me. Look at this. Oh my god, queen e5. Rook. Oh my god. You can't take with the e-pawn, queen e7, and rook g6, and then queen e5 anyway. That's lights out. And it's just a child. It's just a child. Baby moves. Then baby moves. Jean-Paul Gomez. Okay, let's look at this just for fun. Okay, can I go nuts here? Yeah, you can. You see, it is still better. King h1. That's kind of amazing, huh? That white is still for choice. Probably not knight f4 because, maybe you just get kicked away very fast. You should prepare things. He really, really loves this b3 move. But okay, it's not number one. Number one is a3. Oh yeah, a3 and develop some pieces. That's not a bad idea. But okay. Let's go back. Run through it real quick one more time. So imprint, Gattaca. Take. Rook f2. How many of you would find rook f2? I don't think I would play rook f2, to be honest. I guess the message is that you put a little extra defense on the c2 square. I don't think you're trying to do anything where it's just, designed for, well, a3 and maybe some rook c2s at some point if you develop your pieces. Maybe you can get to double on the c line. Not sure. Well, we understand you can't take that. That's going to be nightmare. Get out of here. Come here. Diagonalville. What is this? What was this idea? Is there anything else? Try to organize a defense. If you had a square to put this, but you don't. You have to guard these two boxes. And you don't have any way to get your knight to f5. If your knight could suddenly transport to maybe to f5, maybe you wouldn't be suffering so badly. But this knight sort of, yeah. Nothing's really working. This rook on h8, not the happiest rook you ever met. He just, at least he found some counterplay, and then Wei Yi was just like, yeah, I'm like 11 or 12 years old, man, but I know Swiss cheese when I see it. Wonder if they have Swiss cheese over there. I mean, they have Swiss cheese. I don't know if they eat Swiss cheese. They have it. If he didn't have any before this game, he's going to have some. Another shot. Adios, muchacho. That's pretty brutal. You can't even stop the, right, there's queen f6. You can't even stop the invasion. One check, just block. Aeroflot B. Okay. Just a babe. Krapivin. Some serious Russian master. 24-45 in Russia. No joke. Krapivin. Never heard of him. Trying to keep things tight against a child. Not a bad idea. You see a kid walk up to your table, you might change your strategy. While you're waiting for the gentleman to show up, and you're sitting there waiting for your opponent, and some 4-foot dude walks up to your table, you better change your approach. Because if you're going to go into some theory, that's a mistake. That's just a straight blunder. Don't do that. You know, some 3-foot human saunters up to your table. Don't play your standard theory, because they have a laptop on your ass. Just change. Do something different. Play G3 on move 1. Okay, we got sidetracked. Let's see how he handles pacifist. Why would you want to play like this with white, though? I guess he just felt... See how comfortable... I'll bet you that black is better already. I'll bet you black is for choice here. You probably saw some Spassky games. Let's see. Yeah. It's a tiny advantage for black, but it's there. More space. This beautiful shield. These dark pawns here. They just help this bishop out. And castles. You might even be able to play f5, fight for some more center. Also, a5 and bishop a6 usually happens. Gotta watch out for c4s. This rook here at the end of the tunnel. Okay, it's almost equal, but black is better. And probably easier to play for black, which is even more important. A3, A5, take. Well, there goes bishop A6. But, so he got to the diagonal the other way. Very tricky. Very tricky young man. Trade, take. I'm sorry, is that free stuff, by the way? How did that happen? Oh, he lured the rook. And, okay. He just went back. He had to judge this because it looks like he's going to get some center pawns going himself, but you have to be careful. This one's hanging. Oh, but this is a threat. On general principle, it's going to be hard to get this B pawn motivated. Nice move. What's happening here? It looks like he can take this. Is there some reason no? I think he should take it. More clever moves. I guess retreat. Retreat all the way. Imagine he's threatening bishop d4. Pressure on this pin here. Now it seems like the guy played very well, and that because I see rook a3 is going to be difficult to deal with, isn't it? Oh, bishop e5 is a thing. You got to be careful of bishop. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, nah. Bishop e5 is going to put pressure on this. So if he has to play h3, then dark squares. More Swiss cheese. More Swiss cheese. So this rook on a6 is sort of needs to go back to a3, I think. Oh, yeah. He did it. Wow. That was deep stuff. Bishop e5, king h8, rook g8. Wow. Amazing. Wow. Knight d4 incoming. What? Oh, threatening the rook directly. Oh my god. And bishop h2. And the queen is hanging on c5. Way. Oh my god. He fell apart. He calculated everything. Are you serious right now? Oh man, I love it, man. Wow. Wow. He's just a baby. That was such a hot game. I don't even want to go over it. I need to go have a drink or something after this. Those are some heavy shots in the end. I don't even want to analyze it. Okay. Uh, odds? Odds? If we have to talk about odds, Sindarov, I guess he would be like plus 700. Uh, Bluebaum, I don't know, plus 3,000. Uh, Nakamura, Fabiano. It's Nakamura, Fabiano, or Wei Yi. I don't think Pragnananda has a chance. I give him like, I don't know, I make him plus. He's big dog, big dog. The rest of them are all dogs. One of those three is gonna win. Anish Giri is capable. He would be number 4. Um, but you have to have the tournament of his life. He seems to have trouble finishing them off. But in theory, I mean, his level is very high, like in reality. So I have Wei Yi first, Fabiano second, Nakamura if he can sit on his hands and chill. Um, of course, he has the pedigree to win, but yeah. So yeah, it should be Wei Yi, Fabiano, and Nakamura. And Giri, the rest of them, I don't think they have any chance. Okay, that's it.